This is Vino Pop. It's a wine opener that uses supposedly the power of air to easily open wine bottles. That's today's review, so let's get right to it. The contents are a wine opener, an aerator, a vacuum sealer, and a foil cutter. All right, I've got my Vino Pop here. Let's open this up. This is the wine opener, foil cutter, stopper, and aerator. Should be everything you need to enjoy a glass of vino, so let's try it out. First thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get the foil off the top here. So I got my trusty foil cutter. It should just go on the top. Spin the bottle a little bit. Boom. Not bad. That's just the opening act though. How about the main course? So what you're supposed to do here is, there's a needle in here, if you can see that. That's going to get pushed down into the cork, and then you're going to basically pump air in there so it pops the cork out. That's how it's supposed to work. Let's see if it actually works. I'm not using too much pressure. I think most people could do that. Okay, it went all the way through. Now we're supposed to lift this and pump it. And it's supposed to come out. Uh-oh, we have motion. Uh-oh, we have motion. And it didn't come out. Huh. Okay, we'll try it again. I feel like I'm churning butter here. Am I doing this wrong? I don't think I'm doing this wrong, but it's not coming out. Maybe the fact that I had to put it in a second time, there's like air leaking out of the top. Well, it got halfway out. Come on, it can't be that bad. I'm gonna get assertive now. That's right. I'm messing around this time. It says carefully remove the opener when most of the cork is removed from the bottle. I don't think that's most of the cork. I think that's about half the cork. Are you supposed to hold that down? The picture looks like they're holding it down, doesn't it? Whoa! Wow! I wasn't expecting that. Woo! Got a little bit of wine on the counter here. Just a little bit. Good thing I'm not wearing a white shirt. All right, I'm not sure that was a stellar success. I might have to look into this a little bit more before I do the second one, but let's try the other features. We have the aerator next. Hey, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm pouring a glass of wine. Oh wait, you're also supposed to be able to remove the cork by simply pushing it off, which, I guess it's right here. There you go. Well, that's kind of cool. The aerator is pretty basic. All you have to do is just press it in there. Just firmly press it. It seems firmly pressed. Yummy, my 11 a.m. glass of wine. This comes out. And next up we have the stopper, which they say you're supposed to pump it as much as 60 times if the bottle is half empty, but this bottle has only got a little bit out of it, so I probably don't have to push it that much. It says begin pumping it until you feel it wanting to drop down quickly on its own. Is that right? Okay, so I think that's it. Perfect. Cheers. I might have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and try another bottle of wine, because this one seemed like it didn't work that great, but it did work. But I mean, the way the cork came out was almost like opening a bottle of champagne. There was a lot of pressure in there. You're also not supposed to use it for sparkling wine, champagne, or corked beverages with carbonation. So cheers to the first try, and we move on to the second. All right, I had to go back and look at the commercial to see how they were doing it, because if you look at these instructions here, there is clearly a hand right there at the very top of the bottle, and that's how I was doing it, and that did not work. When I went back and looked at the commercial, they were holding the bottle down here with the Vino Pop right there, so you don't need to be holding the Vino Pop. It makes sense, but I was just following the picture, so take two, we're gonna do it with holding it in the proper location and seeing if it works a little bit better. This is how the foil cutter goes on there. And you just play a little spin the bottle. Don't even have to go all the way around because there's 4 of them. Okay, foil cutter definitely works well. I'd buy this by itself, to be honest. Okay, next up, we're gonna do this one more time, and we're gonna do it right this time because last time was not right. They even showed a woman using one hand, so I'm gonna use one hand and hold the camera with the other. Looks like it automatically lines up with the wine bottle because you have that circle right there that kind of goes into the cork. So it's pretty easy to get that centered, which is a good thing. Pressing it down. This one's a little bit harder than the last one. Okay, it went through. I could feel it go through the other side. Now what we're supposed to do is just pump the air out. I'm doing this with one hand, which maybe it's a bad idea. Oh, look at that. Oh, that worked well. Much better the second time. So my first mistake was totally my fault for holding the bottle. Of course, there are instructions. Again, I'm not taking total blame for it. The instructions show a hand right there holding that. All right, I guess I better down this first one before I go on. Can't let that go to waste, right? Okay, we put the aerator in there. So I was trying a third bottle of wine. I was going to have my mom do it for me. She didn't want to be on camera though, but she's modest. But I've noticed that we've been, as I was about to say, we've been pumping it and nothing came out, and then it came out. But her reaction was, quote, "It's a lot more work than my regular wine opener." It did work, but it took a lot of pumps to get it out. And someone who's a little bit older, hands aren't quite as strong, might not like all the pumping action involved. I did notice that this one didn't go in straight. So it's possible it was pushing at an angle. I don't know if that would affect why it took so long for it to come out, but that is something I also noticed. It went in at an angle. All right, I had to kind of think about this for a while. The first time I used it, I did have my hand on the Vino Pop for part of the time I was doing it, and it didn't come out properly until a lot of pressure built up. The second time I only used one hand and it did work flawlessly. The third time, which was off camera, I had my mom try it. It didn't come out for her, but as soon as I put the camera on and pumped it one time, it popped out. So I'm a little bit confused about whether this really works or not. I've got one more bottle to try. I'm gonna do it on camera and hopefully I can get some sort of consensus whether it really works or not. And so let's give it a try. Foil cutter, which I do like this, by the way. Boom, once again. Give this a try. This is my last attempt. Okay, the needle went in easily. Now I'm going to use one hand. Actually, I'm going to hold the bottle a little bit on the bottom. That's it. There it goes. Well, I don't know what to say. So that's Vino Pop. 2 went without a hitch. 2 of them were a little bit more problematic. One of them you could say was my fault. The other one, I'm not sure what happened, but it's a cool device. I'm not sure it's better than a regular wine opener. It might be a cool gift for the holidays for someone who drinks wine, especially if it works for them. If it doesn't work, they're not out anything, but it was a cool gift idea anyway. I do like the foil cutter. I think the aerator and the stopper are also not bad, but kind of decent throw-ins. So what do you think of Vino Pop? Are there any other bottles that I should try for my next update of this product? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And please subscribe for more As Seen on TV product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews.